Hello team member, I hope you are well and welcome to this tutorial on how your program works being part of the Crew Fitness team. So, I understand that you would have received an email with you to have a link to open up the Google Sheets document. You would have also been prompted to also have the app Google Photos on your device as well. So I can imagine it's been a bit overwhelming. There's a lot to think. How does this all work? So this video has been put together to simplify this as much as possible for yourself. So this video is going to be about how you do this from a laptop or a Mac, and also I will then do one how to do it from a phone instead. Well, iPhone, might I note. Okay, so let's get started. So when you open up your sheets, you will see this as your first page. So I've used myself as an example just to kind of give you an idea how it should all look. Okay, so this is your first page, the log sheet. This is your diary. This is where I see everything about your week. How have you been doing in terms of activity, nutrition, and then seeing your check-ins and stuff like that. So there's a lot to look at here. So let's break it down and make it nice and simple for you. So we can see up here in the top left corner, we've got just a few basic details for me. So things like if you've told me a medical condition or an injury you have, it's all there. Equipment to expect, or you might be going to a gym. So you've got that. Then you'll see down here that you've got goals, okay? So majority of you, I like to set, 10,000 steps a day, realistically. Now, obviously, some of you, it might be different depending on your lifestyle and your job, etc. How many workouts I expect you to complete per week. And then you've got Miss 400. This is a style of cardio. Basically, it's a moderate intensity style cardio, where this one here where it says 400, that means burning 400 calories. If it was 300, it'd be 300 calories for you. So everyone's got different ones, okay? Then down here is where, you work out things like someone's calories. To make it, you don't have to worry about this too much. It's just basic information. So it's like putting in age, height, and start weight. So then this enables me to then calculate BMR. I do update this part regularly and not the top bit. I always leave the start weight at the top, okay, unless we're rejigging your program later down the line. But it'll always say current BMR. So this is where it hasn't said it at the moment, but normally it would say current BMR. Then I would say, right, on average, how many sessions are you doing per week? And then that works out sort of roughly how many calories I reckon you're burning per day. And then say like your goal is fat loss, which this originally was for me to have fat loss. I then set myself of 5 days per week of 1,500 calories, 2 days per week, 1,700 calories, set a protein target, and then a fiber target. Now with protein, please watch all the webinars and stuff that I've done explaining why it's so important, and also listen to my podcast to explain why it's really important to hit your protein target and why fiber is so good for your digestive system. Okay, then I normally put in, 2 to 3 litres of water minimum a day, and also a minimum of 5 portions of fruit and veggies a day. Okay, right. So let's go through this next bit up here before we go into the bit that's below. So this is your diary here. So as you can see, I work in 5-week blocks, no matter what. Okay. You're going to be using MyFitnessPal as your food diary to You're going to use it as a food diary, which then you take the data from that and then you put it into here. It's not a copy and paste, I'm afraid. It's literally, you're going to have to look at the app from MyFitnessPal, go to the nutrition tab at the bottom, and it will tell you how much protein you've eaten, how much carbs and fats, fiber, as well as your calories. Now, I'm more focused on the protein target being hit, and fiber being at least a minimum of 20 grams per day for everyone. Okay, that means that you're making really good choices and you're looking after yourself. Okay, I don't worry too much, particularly the style of training I do, whether you eat higher carbs or fats, or you're higher fats than carbs. Everyone is different. The reason I've done this and the beauty of it is you get to eat the foods you still love. You don't deprive yourself from it. You just got to understand more about portion control, just taking a little bit more better decisions with everyday sort of choices in food. Okay, so you have that. Then water, that's where I said I like to see, 2-3 litres a day for everyone. Total steps. And then, did you complete a workout that per week, that day? So if so say like it was workout 1, you would go in there and put workout 1, that kind of thing, okay? Now notice, you only have to tap on the tab and then type into it. It's different on the phone, and I will do a separate video explaining why it's different on the phone, okay? My top tip, please fill all this in on a daily basis, whether it's before you go to bed or first thing in the morning. The reason being is I have made this so that check-in is really quick and easy for you. It's much more streamlined than it's ever been before, and I'm going to explain why. So once we've got this week filled in, okay, and we've come to check-in day, so say like your check-in day is on a Monday, we would like to see all of this filled in by Sunday night. So then you come to check in on Monday, and then you're cracking on with week 2 whilst you're waiting for the check-in response from me. So you filled that in throughout your week, and now it's check-in day. So say like it's Monday for check-in day, okay? You've got up, you've popped in your weight. So you've put in the date here, and then you put in your weight here. And then for a majority of you, we also do other measurements as well. Not all, but some. And this is where you use a tape measurer, and then you log the details there. Some work in inches, some work in centimetres. It's up to you. And then feel free to put comments there. Now, once you've put in your measurements, you're going to see these 2 tabs here. The first one says check in here. Okay, so all you need to do is tap on that, tap on the link, and it will take you to this survey to fill out. You will be prompted to put in your email address so I know who it is that has sent me their check-in. This check-in sheet should take no more than a couple minutes, and then you hit submit and it gets sent to me. So that's the first part. The second part is your pictures. So this is where you go upload check-in images here, click on the link again, and you have an individual photo album. So I've used my husband as an example here, okay? And this is where you will be allowed to share photos, okay? So this is why you need to have the Google Photos app on your device. So when you have this, you literally just tap upload of the image choice from your album and upload. Now, I've already had questions saying, with the app, they can see all of their images. Fear not, they have not uploaded. You just need to select them, and then it gets uploaded onto that album and then is shared with me. Okay, so you just need to put in your pictures on a weekly basis for your check-in. That's it. That's all you need to do for check-in. Nice, quick and simple. Now, if you want to, feel free. You can always send me a voice note if there's just something you realised you missed out or you want to elaborate a bit more. You all have my number, so you can still WhatsApp me a voice note. But preferably, I'd like you to first do the survey first, or the check-in sort of process. And then if there's something you want to go further into, then you can do so by voice noting me. No matter what, you need to get as much support from me as possible. So that is check-in. That's as simple as it gets, okay? Now then, back to the sheets and just how you're using it on a weekly basis, okay? So you'll see we've got down here lots of tabs, okay? Now I usually work for you guys in 6-month blocks. So you will go from 1 to 6 and then you will get a new block sent to you. I just like to do it because it's tidier and it's less scrolling for you. So the next tab to go along is the key. Okay, this has got lots of definitions of what things can mean. Should I put it in? And for some reason, I'm not available to explain what that means. But again, feel free to message me anytime if you're not sure. The next ones are your workouts. So, I've done a few of these. So we might as well go into how this one, I'll do this last one that I did recently. So you can see here for myself, I've got split workouts, okay? Everyone is different. Some people have it where they're workout 1, 2, and 3, where you're doing all over body sessions. For myself, I do split, okay? Fear not, everyone is different. So how does it work? Okay, so you see all this and you're like, oh my God, that's a lot of workouts to look at. So let's go and look at lower body one. Okay, you can see here, this full box is that whole session. Okay, you don't go across, you go down. Okay, so the first exercise here you can see is barbell back squats with a pause at the bottom. Eesh, nasty. Now you'll notice there's a little black triangle in the corner. This means that there is a note attached, or there is a YouTube link or something that I need to tell you. So if I go over it, it says pause at the bottom of the squat for 1 to 2 seconds. Okay, and you go across and you've got week 1, 3 sets of 10 repetitions. RPE is basically difficulty level. Okay, so this is a 9 out of 10. Then enter resistance is putting in how much you lifted. So this is me putting in kilos. Okay. Now for larger, bigger moves, particularly on all of your workouts, the first 3 exercises are probably the most intense and require the longest rest periods. So I would recommend 1 to 2 minutes rest between each set and then going on to the next one. Okay. The other thing is I'm trying to see if I've got one that has a YouTube one. Yep, here we go. So Smith Machine Hack Squat. You can see I've said here, well, this is hard. And then I've put watch this video. So we've got a YouTube link. So we just go copy. And then I'm going to go onto another tab and then go paste. And it should, well, after an advert. Here we go. So now it takes you to a YouTube video telling you how I want you to perform that exercise. Nice and simple. Again, when doing your workout, please fill this in as soon as possible or during your sessions. It's up to you. It's a great way to keep a diary, but as you'll notice here, where I go through the exercises, sometimes I up. For example, this pendulum row. I've upped how much I've lifted the following week because the sets and reps have changed. So it's less reps in order for me to push myself and go that little bit heavier. Okay. So this is where week on week, guarantee when you're starting off a program, you're probably going to lift the same for a while. But this is where I come in, and when I notice in your check-ins and I'm looking over your workouts and I can see we're staying the same for a bit too long and we're getting a bit comfortable. And this is when I will push you and I'll say, right, we're going to increase the repetitions this week. Or no, actually, we're going to increase the load by like another 5 kilos or something like that. I will then push you for that. But majority of you guys, to be honest, you prompt yourselves anyway. So there we have it. That is basically it in a nutshell. Hopefully that has been simplified for you, makes sense. There will now be a video for how to do this on your mobile phone instead. Thank you so much for watching. If you ever have any more questions, feel free to contact me. Thank you.